Contagious bovine pleural pneumonia (CBPP), also called lung disease, affects cattle and kills more than 50% of the herd in newly infected areas. The disease occurs in almost all pastoral systems in sub-Saharan Africa. In Kenya, CBPP is estimated to cause a loss of 344 million Kenya shillings, equivalent to $4.9 million annually to farmers. In sub-Saharan Africa, the impact of livestock losses on the economies is difficult to calculate, but has been estimated at $2 billion annually.
The disease causes devastation among livestock keepers. It causes loss of livelihoods in terms of mortalities, which are seen in mainly cattle. There are also loss of production in terms of reduced milk. But it also causes loss of markets.
Magonjwa ya ng'ombe ndio inahangaisha watu. Na tumesema kwa serikali tutaweka pesa Kenya Veterinary Vaccine Production Institute ili itengeneze vaccine ili wakulima wakitaka dawa ya ng'ombe ipatikane kwa bei rahisi na kwa haraka sana.
Pastoralists whose main livelihood source is cattle are the worst affected by the disease.
In 1973, ndio mara ya kwanza tulikuwa tumesikia na tukaona vizuri tukashuhudia. Kutoka wakati hiyo mpaka wa leo, kila mwaka inakidungwa mara mbili, hiyo mgonjwa bado inaendelea, haikumalizika.
I've been working in Ijara for the past 1 month. What I've been trying to do is to find out the percentage of animals which are infected with the contagious bovine pleural pneumonia (CBPP) in a scientific method. And I was also trying to link CBPP in this area with the trypanosomiasis, because from my anecdotal evidence, I've realized that there are more animals in Ijara which seem to be suffering from CBPP, and concurrently the incidences of trypanosomiasis in this district are high. So I've been suspecting that there is an association between CBPP and trypanosomiasis.
Kenya Agricultural Research Institute and the International Livestock Research Institute in Kenya are partnering with the Vaccines for Infectious Diseases Organization of Canada to develop a novel subunit vaccine for the control and eventual eradication of CBPP in Africa.
We are doing a vaccine trial, a vaccine that is being developed in Canada, and we do the animal trial here. If the vaccine works, then the project will give us facilitation to produce the vaccine locally for the African continent. We have breeds. Breeds of European origin are resistant or mildly, relatively resistant to the disease. Our breeds, the zebu, is very susceptible to the disease. We think it's because they have had contact with the disease for a shorter time. So genetically they have not developed resistance to the disease. Then we have the borans, which we have not used much in the past, but we would like to test how they respond to the disease. We know that CBPP has got variation in response. Now this is in the field of science, there were two arguments, that the older ones are more easily infected or the younger ones are more easily infected. But we opted for the older ones because the infections we saw in areas where there was an outbreaks, the parts where the disease exists, we always found the younger ones still existing. So we thought the younger ones are more resistant. So we opt for an age of 2.5 years and above.
The results demonstrating effectiveness of this vaccine will lead to a second phase where the vaccine will be made available to livestock farming communities in Kenya and the regions in Africa where the disease is endemic.